Press record. Now, what happens when you become a senior citizen? You got to do what?
You got to make sure you're not trying to be these guys. You got to embrace your OG status, and that's what I had to do here.
See, I thought I saw an IG post with less hair.
Yeah.
But I was like, I might be tripping. You know, he might have to pull back or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you keep your hair?
I've been, I got it in a Walmart sack in case I want to convert back.
Hold on. Before we start an argument, I know this is going to be a great pod. So I don't want to start any argument.
Yeah.
But, all right. So the process, you're sewing it back in, basically, right?
Yes. Which is not cheating because it's sewing your own back in.
That's all I want to know. We ain't talking no more about it.
Okay, but talking about what is the process called? Because I said it's lock stitching. He was trying to say it's like sewing weave back in.
To be honest, I have never experienced it, and I'm not going to sit here and tell this lie, but I do have a theory when it comes to this.
All right, what's the theory?
Now, I know some people that want to live the weave life when it comes to a male, want to live that lock life. Now, you're only free to do this if you're moving out of town. Now, if you plan on moving up, just say if I was moving to Atlanta over the weekend, when I get there, I can have hair to my elbows because I don't have anyone that could verify anything otherwise. Now, if I was to wake up and go to work tomorrow, and I had my hair like this today, and then tomorrow I come in, they're going to say, come on, bro, what the fuck is
What you doing?
At least do a little bit at a time. You can't just skip from pretty much bald to 2 chains in the morning. So now if it's your own, now I can do that because I'm like, this is my shit anyway. So I can do that without having to skip town.
Yeah. So you can't pull
a history.
So what you're saying is you can't pull a Jimmy Butler in your own town.
Yeah. You can't do that because people are gonna be like, I saw you yesterday, bro. There's no way you can explain it or anything. And just to make this clear, yes, I'm against the glued on beards and the glued on haircuts.
Glued on beards is a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Come on now, you've seen this.
Whoa. So
I've seen women with glued on beards.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that. All right, so I'm not gonna hate on my partner. I will say that the only reason I've made plenty of jokes about this, I will say, from what he's truly told me and the rest of us, he only did it to help one of his barber partners out. I don't know if he was trying to process or if he was doing like a show and needed the help and he needed practice with the man unit.
Both.
So you're a man of this club?
Not currently. Not currently.
Like not on purpose. It was a long time ago. It was before the man unit was like cool to have.
Yeah.
Well, it's not cool to have, but people are hard headed.
Some of these old niggas is doing this shit, bro.
Hey, look, man. Your P points. Your P points, man. The flexibility. I mean, well, hey, man, look. Look.
Yeah, I hear
if you see me next week, next month, next year, and I happen to have, maybe a flat top, just mind your business.
We'll make sure that
mind your business.
You'll see that meme the following day. Is all we'll tell you. We'll get you taken care of. Yeah.
No.
So I mean, when I come back and we shoot some scenes, pause. Are you willing? Not those kind of scenes, like acting real. He's a Juilliard trained actor.
Yes.
Are you willing to get some hair work done
on the scene? If they're gonna do it, yeah.
Are you gonna keep this after the scene?
Maybe for a week or 2.
Well, it's gonna take us about 3 weeks to shoot it, so I'm gonna need you to maintain it.
Why is it gonna take 3 weeks to shoot it, man?
Because we shooting we shooting episodes, and I don't need your hair to fluctuate throughout the episodes.
Hold on.
You don't want to have a Ray J moment.
I can't. I don't know about it. No, okay, so 2 things.
Oh man, here you go.
2 things. The first thing is, what's the name of this podcast, bro?
Now let's begin the story.
That time, motherfuckers. Dub down, motherfuckers.
H-Town's finest 16 Shots podcast.
Stop liking him, play him now.
Yes, it is us. It is the 16 Shots podcast with one young James Boogie and AR Dub.
Yeah.
tell me how you took, and I'm gonna tell you what I meant.
And we have our special guest, the Velvet Jugganaut, in the building.
All right.
Who says his intros are better than mine? Which they might be.
I'll just tell you, the bad mother farmer is here, baby.
I don't know if you noticed the shirt though. This shirt is kind of hard. I don't know if you can see. I got my top MCs
Hip hop historians.
Yeah, these are my top personal MCs.
Did you make that yourself?
I did.
No, I ain't. That shit clean. That's what I'm asking. I know you have
Yeah.
you do this.
You see, I got K Reno on there, The Game, Biggie, Pac. Got Face, Snoop.
I'm gonna ask a real legit question.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
I'm a fan of The Game. We are a fan of The Game.
I'm a fan of The Game. Even though you ain't heard no album yet, but
I heard half of it. Does The Game belong on that shirt?
of course, 100%, bro.
With those people.
Who is the most lyrical? Who is the most lyrical MC from Compton?
This
And there you have it.
I will say this, that argument holds weight. Although, you know what, I'm gonna leave it at that, because the other reasons that we don't like this gentleman, or me personally, is because he's a fucking cornball. But but we can't integrate the two. If we're just saying his rap ability, we cannot deny that.
Yeah, he be rapping.
All that other stuff that's personal opinion and all that type of shit. So can he rap? Yes.
Let's take a dive into narratives. And I think I should have if I could go back in time, I would rename myself Common and come back and that'd be because I think I have a lot of common sense.
It'll take you a long way.
Yeah. Now people have all this commentary about how Game all does his name drop, all does his name drop, all his name drop.
Yeah.
Have you named me a rapper that doesn't name drop at least 5 times a verse? Not a song, a verse. Like Jay-Z is name dropping, expensive art, name dropping, if you're using similes and you're using metaphors, you're name dropping. You're gonna be I hit harder than Mike Tyson. Just because he's specifically naming rappers.
I think it's different though. I think
different.
I think if you're talking about a rapper who is rapping and he might be talking about expensive art pieces or jewelry or clothing, that might be different than just some of the blatant name dropping Game does.
But he's not. See, that's the thing. He might say, "I do." He named his similes. In fact, what makes his even doper than most rappers is his similes, quote unquote, name drops. He'll say something about a rapper and say, "I'm XYZ," like certain rapper.
I don't think that's the name dropping that gets him in trouble.
That's all he does.
Yeah,
that's all he does.
I don't think that's the name dropping.
It's a little different.
He'll name drop some shit that's a blatant lie though. Like he'll be like, and this is just an example. I was up in the Ritz-Carlton taking shots with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll say that shit.
I disagree.
And then he'll have like a backstory about the lie to even add on to it.
I disagree totally. Know what I'm saying? Because you can't name an artist he hadn't do the song with. You can't name an artist he doesn't have songs with. So anytime he name drops a rocker, I'm saying I'm doing this. You can easily be like, oh yeah, he's
100% name dropped like Pac, bro. Like he was in a picture with Pac or some shit like that.
Nah,
he 100%
going too far.
No.
Maybe this is on the song Dreams.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. And if he's doing that, he's saying I woke up from that coma 2001 about the same time Dre dropped 2001.
Well, see, his own brother said he wasn't even in a coma though. He was like, that's a lie too.
Come on, man.
No, his brother did say that. His brother said that when he went in the coma.
Say things, but
I'm not mad at that part. Yeah. I'm not mad at that part because there's a lot of lying that goes on, period, just across the board.
Yeah.
But my thing with him, what we're talking about name dropping, the great Boogie Meister has spoken. He said that, a lot of rappers name drop when they say, I do this, I hit hard like Tyson. To me, it's different to say I hit hard like Tyson than, yes, when I fucked up R&B bitch like Maya. Like whether it's true or not, if it's true, it kind of like makes it worse because it's like, damn, why you put that out there? Like, because sometimes he say stuff that it is true, and
that's
it's
what
like
I'm saying. That makes it more authentic.
Like it's like, said, bro, you shouldn't have said that.
He said, like, if you take Dream song, right? We can break it down real quick and move on. But if you listen to that song, when he's dropping these names, these are metaphors. Mm-hmm. I had dreams of fucking an R&B bitch, which is a song.
Yeah.
Like Maya, like he's name dropping and he's really double entendring and similarly at the same time. Now, a surface person, he name dropping, but when you investigate the bars, you're like, damn, it's a double entendre and a similar at the same time.
Yeah,
like but you have people who don't listen to rap really, or people who are novice at rap who making commentary, and it becomes a narrative. Which happens with a lot of things. For the record, whether football, basketball, soccer, tennis.
For the record, Young James Boogie.
Yeah,
I'm on your side on this topic. By the way, I ride with you. No, I'm saying I ride with you, bro. I fucks with Game.
Yeah. I fucks with Game. I just, like I said, they just seems corny. He also is corny with the beefs and stuff. But I'm gonna say this because we're all in agreement as fact. If we just say this, is the Game banging? Yes. Mm-hmm. Do I listen to it time from time, here and there? Yes. Mm-hmm. If it comes on, am I going to leave the facility? No. I'm going to nod my head and pour myself a beverage. Now, if there's options, if I'm the DJ, I'm not putting it on. But at the same time, I'm not like, oh, there's some bullshit, I'm finna leave. It ain't like that.
Well, see, if I'm,
it wouldn't be on my shirt type of thing.
Oh, I have every Game.
I can respect that.
Phone.
Yeah.
But you heard the latest one that you talked about for like 2, 3, 4 weeks. You're like, I can't wait for the game to come out. I can't wait for the game to come out. And it came out. And then still like, I only heard half the album. Come on, man. I need you.
Well, he got 98 songs on the album for.
A lot of songs on the album, bro.
Yeah. Only 30 songs, man. So
yeah.
He got that album. And what else came out this year? It's Game. And JID, man. Oh my God, JID.
I've heard JID album was kind of fire, bro. I gotta check it out.
I'm gonna tell you something funny though. It's kind of funny that in this time and age, as much as people complain about we want more music, and I know everything's super quick and microwavable these days, but people always say, man, when this person gonna drop another one? But if somebody drop an album like what the Game dropped, even if it's good music, they get mad. They're like, it's just too much. I'm like, if he would have dropped one with 8 songs on it, you would have said, I wonder when he's going to drop something else. He's like, well, I'm going to give you a big buffet and then I'll see you again in 5 years. But then they're going to get piss off about that. You can't win.
Yeah, like
it's so genius, bro. The album was so genius because when you think about it, like, and however you look at it, but he literally took you from 1992 to 2020 with music. If you listen to the song, like he took you through it when he come with Ice-T on the first one, he come with the kick though, he breaking down and he's not saying it like it's an album. And that's what makes it so different from most, because it's really an album. It ain't just 30 songs put together. You can see the path.
Game has never just given you an album with songs through together. Every Game album is like a story and takes you through the mindset of Game for whatever that album was. Like on some real shit. Hey, they slept on the last one. I forgot the name of it.
Born to Rap.
Yeah, they slept on Born to Rap, bro. Born to Rap
was cool. It was cool. It was hard, but this one right here way harder than Born to Rap.
It's hard to stick these days because people will drop and they'll say this is the best album of all my days, and then something to drop next week and they'll be off of it. They'll say it's a classic, but they won't give it the replay it deserves.
You know what?
But it's too much music.
Look at Kendrick Lamar. Everybody was like, "This is amazing." I ain't heard shit else about that
because it wasn't amazing. That's why.
you know what? Though?
Because it really wasn't.
I think streaming and accessibility to music has kind of killed it a little bit. Because now when an artist drops, that shit it's in my phone. And so now I have it in my phone. I can listen to it whenever I want to. But then as soon as the next album from the next artist drops, boom, it's in my phone. I got it right there, and I kind of forget about that last album. So, and when I say that, like, I remember, you know what I'm saying, being middle school, high school, even a little bit as an adult, when certain artists dropped, bro, I went to the store and bought that album. And when I opened up a double CD project, I got excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I got 2 CDs. Like, I remember the last time I truly, some shit like Face dropped, Scarface dropped, and that shit was like some Jordans. I went to the
Yeah.
store. I ran into some niggas I knew coming out the store. And you didn't want just the regular album. I want the one with the fake that look like it's in the dope baggie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About the fix.
The fix. And then it was replayability because for me to get, when let's say if Snoop dropped next, well shit, I can't get the Snoop until I physically take my ass to the store.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
So
finna,
this give me a question then.
yeah.
Because, okay, a lot of people say this, music is worse now than it used to be, and it used to be better and all this stuff. Do you feel that the reason most music now doesn't have the replay value is because then, not saying you ain't have a lot of music, but if you got 10 CDs, of course you're going to replay them because these are the CDs that you have. Mm-hmm. You're like, these is all I got. You had your book. Everybody had their book. You might have made it to 100 or whatever you made it to.
Yeah.
But you wasn't nowhere near. Like I got playlists now with like 700 songs in them and stuff like that. Ranging from different time periods. I got playlists from. I just have a specific Cali playlist, a specific South playlist, or R&B playlist. And they load it the fuck up. Yeah. So it ain't that. It could be that it's not as good. It's just like I got so much of it. And back then you're like, I got 3 CDs. Yeah. So I'm gonna play them every day.
See, and I don't believe that music is worse now or music isn't as good as it was then. I think like everything, sounds have evolved. Some sounds we don't like because we used to older sounds, but like I said, now I can just hit shuffle. And I'm going to hear whatever. Back then, I had to physically go through my CDs, and I might be like, shit, Outkast, throw that in. Yeah. I might just leave that in the car player for 3 days and just bang Outkast for 3 days. Now I hit shuffle and whatever, come up.
Facts. It's crazy, though, because it's like, don't get me twisted. Like, I do like hip hop, like Biggie and stuff like that. But then sometimes I'm feeling ignorant and I want to hear some 21 Savage or something. Mm-hmm. But some of those guys do piss me off. Some of these hip hop guys that, they tell me like, yeah. I'm like, what if you at the barbecue, what you want to hear? They're like,
Capadonna, son.
The Tribe Called. I'm like, you don't want to hear Tribe Called Quest at the. I'm not saying they're not a good group, but it's like if you catching a vibe. Never really been in a vibe chilling at a party and I was like, man, I want to hear something that give me a headache right now. Just somebody going here and there. I'm like, we just in a vibe. You can throw it on Coolio. I don't care. We just chilling. Like,
hold on. Say what you want to say, man. I see what you're saying, but no, say what you want to say, man. Say, man, the East Coast is overrated, man. Just say that.
I'm glad you brought that up because I dislike some of these like woke brothers who will like be sitting back. And you just really want to bang like some Southern shit because we from the South.
And they like, that suck. And I'm like, whoa, watch your mouth.
Play that Wu-Tang. And then they want to like listen to the entire Wu-Tang catalog. Sometimes I be sitting there like, hey, yo, I'll fuck with Wu-Tang, but the entire catalog is not that fire. Like,
I'm going to tell you when I lost my interest in Wu-Tang or lost my like, I got to hear it. Iron Flag. I was like, oh, man. I was like, this right here, man. This ain't what's up.
This might be blasphemous, bro. I'm gonna say it, and it might be blasphemous.
What? Offend them.
Only built for Cuban links ain't what I think them East Coast niggas hold it to be.
They say they listen to that on the way to the club. I'm like,
how?
Somebody told me.
Everybody shooting the club up and stabbing niggas all the time.
Facts. Somebody told me on the way to the club they put it on Mobb Deep, and I was like, don't get me twisted. I fuck with that, but if I'm like we trying to get lit and stuff, and I'm like when you got chicks coming over, you got drinks, and I was like, what you put on? That was like Mobb Deep. I was like, what?
Yo, Dunny, yo, dun, yo, son.
I like chill out.
Yo, B. First off, what you're not gonna do is disrespect the cause. All right.
Yeah. Now
you might get an email. You might get some hate email after this episode.
If you told me on the way to the club you put on some Dipset, I'll rock with you. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. Yeah. And I'm not anti East Coast because I'm with you there. Yeah. And it's crazy because a lot of people that bang East Coast music, they hate Dipset and they hate Cameron, and I fuck with Cameron because
Cameron got rhythm. That's why.
Because Dipset is some New York niggas. Dipset 50. They like some New York niggas who stole Southern style. outside of the New York accent.
I disagree.
Nah, on some real shit. Go maybe with Dipset a little bit, but when you look at 50, outside of the New York accent and some of the New York slang, 50 rap like he from the South.
I agree.
I
think he came out. Yeah. He came out in that middle era when it was like kind of getting blurred, when it didn't just have a New York sound. Yeah. I wouldn't call it a South sound either, but it just was like smack. I guess 50 is a good artist that if you don't listen to East Coast music, he is a escort service. He will escort you over there because to be honest, when I was completely ignorant, and I'm from Mississippi, so I didn't want to hear shit but 3 6 Mafia, Project Pat. That I only want to hear ignorant music. I only want to hear something to make you want to fight. And then at some point, like after I started kind of listening to Dipset and stuff, since that was like in the middle of South and North type, then I kind of went back and I was like, I like AZ. I like Nas. He was just like, hey, come over here.
Stop it. Stop it.
Sometimes I think that this great bookmeister here is taking the Joe Budden approach. I think he does believe this stuff, but I think he puts extra lemon pepper on it just to piss us off.
Check this out. I want you name me your 3 favorite AZ songs. Dub, name your 3 favorite AZ songs. And what I say this because I got Asiatic sitting over there right now, Asiatic. And I
can't name you the actual song, but I will say my favorite AZ song might be a cheat code because it's the Flyers.
It's not an AZ, that's a Nas song.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But still, that's my favorite AZ song.
I fuck with Sugar Hill. I know it was the single, and I'm normally not that guy, but I think that was one of those songs too that said, "Hey, come on over here and check us out."
Okay, so exploring that, and this goes along with this, that it's because when they have soul in their music, when they have samples, soul samples or soul in the music, that's what brings the South and everybody together. Like having her singing that "I wanna chill," that's the 70s. You know what I'm saying? That's that soul that unites us as whatever.
This is fact.
But as far as AZ, just he talk like that. He got the Indiatic and Bupatic and he's the heaviness. He just sounds super New York and he can spit. He's a god. I give him that. But like man, AZ don't spit better than Nas.
Well, to be honest,
that's Nas though. Like you said, but it's like saying that nigga don't hoop better than Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they try to regard him in the same space with Nas, like Nature's and them guys.
But I think AZ is a better rapper than Jay-Z.
What?
He's a better rapper than Jay-Z.
You think that AZ is a better?
Are we talking about Jay-Z? AZ is better than Jay-Z?
AZ is a better rapper than Jay-Z. I'm not saying he makes better songs.
He's getting technical right now.
Yeah. I like how you broke
he
that
makes
down.
better songs.
Are you saying that Jay-Z is a better? You said that AZ. You talking about AZ and Jay-Z?
Yeah, I was making sure I didn't put that in the wrong order.
Because I'm like, hold up. I think he's saying that AZ, the guy who has 4 singles over a 20-year span, who has like 300,000 underground fans.
Yeah. I thought there was a disruption in my line when I heard this comment.
Is a better rapper. And I'm not a Sean Connery-ite, or Sean Carter-ite. But no,
I kind of don't like Jay-Z fans. That's my thing.
So I don't like fans either. Yeah.
We Jay-Z fans.
They annoy the shit.
They're like Dallas Cowboy fans, but
they lick his buttocks, and I'm not here for it.
All right, so look, Jay-Z is a great rapper.
Yeah,
but I think it's safe to say he's not the best rapper. He might make the best songs if you're I can listen to that argument and I say okay. He might make the best songs. I don't think he's the best rapper. I think there are other rappers who rap better than Jay-Z. They might not make complete songs. Hell, you might be able to say Royce the 5'9" can rap better than Jay-Z.
I would say that 100%.
Because if you look at the bar is always M. So they say, Eminem is the greatest rapper alive, and Eminem watched Jay-Z on the song. But I feel like Royce the 5'9" is a better rapper than M.
You think that? I don't think that. Whoever says the person that tells me that Eminem is the best rapper alive, that's like maybe like Paul Wall is one of the top 5 Houston rappers. Like, no, bro,
Nobody says that.
White. Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, that's the thing for real?
It's a thing that Paul Wall is like the best. Like Paul Wall had the best verse on Still Tipping. Paul Wall had the best verse on Ride Slow. People say that, and it's because
Kanye West Ride Slow. McCall's like a movie. McCall's like a crib. I got more TVs in there than where I live.
Hey, people, because he's a white rapper, it's a spectacle, man. We live in a spectacle.
Yeah, you're gonna pay him extra attention.
Kanye had the best verse on that song, by the way. But go ahead though.
Do y'all like Eminem though?
I like old Eminem. I like pill popping old Eminem for like maybe 2 albums.
I feel like Eminem is at the point now where he's trying to fight the beat too much. And there is a such thing of like simply let the beat breathe and all this shit. I'm aware that you can rap Eminem, and this argument has been made. This is nothing you haven't heard before, but I'm aware that you can rap. But I feel like, and I know it's true because as soon as he had dropped an album, I think it was 2018, 2019, and it got bad reviews. It was like 6 months later, he was dropping again, and it seemed like he was just like, "Hey, I want to prove to you. You think I couldn't rap? Well, watch this." It's like, Eminem, we didn't say you can't rap. We just said we don't want to hear this. We just don't want to hear this.
Was that Kamikaze that had the bad reviews?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it?
I think it was Kamikaze.
Yeah, and then another one dropped right after that, and it felt like he was like, "Oh, if you think that was something, watch this." And it's like, once again, we know you can rap, but I just don't like these songs.
Bananamas, hit them with the cameras.
With panoramas,
the miracle. I don't want to hear that. No. And he has a whole group of people. Like when you see the Caucasian gentleman with the large shorts and the Osiris shoes, you already know.
Yeah,
you know
it's the cadence, bro. It's the cadence. Like with any genre of music, sometimes your cadence gets dated, right? Like the Luther Vandross was hard when he was doing it.
Yeah,
but after
you'll get laughed off the block now. You'll get laughed off the block now if you do.
Yeah, because it gets dated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. R. Kelly's style of even though it's timeless, at a point became dated. Like, no, you just can't be just, talking on the microphone. You got to actually have tone. And,
Yeah, this is true.
And so he just got dated, man. And it happens to the best of us. Andre 3000 said it best when he was like, it becomes a time when you start chasing a vibe and you're no longer cool. Now you're trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Eminem and Panoramas, banners made a whole album about how he hates
with bandanas from Sarasota to Alabama. That's all he do.
Yeah. He said a whole album about how he didn't like mumble rap, and the whole album he was mumble rapping.
Yeah. This happens.
He tried to steal that from Jay, saying fuck the death of auto-tune, and every song Jay-Z was rapping with auto-tune.
Yeah. So here's the thing too. Like, do y'all feel that if you had a good run, if you don't know when to quit, this can go with sports music or anything. If you don't know when to quit, does that tarnish your legacy?
No, that's just the male ego.
I don't think it's male ego. I feel like you have to realize at a certain Jay-Z's approach. I like it because at this point, I don't think we're ever going to get another album from Jay. But what he will do, he might just give you verses. And I think that's better. I don't think Jay has damn, this is going to sound fucked up. Nas can still give us albums. He probably should stop. But Jay probably figured it out. I'm going to just give y'all some hot verses. Jay, not Wayne. Wayne can give us another album.
Wayne is 40.
Yeah. Because my thing is 40. This, like how you said about Andre 3000. This is the first time I had this moment when I'm like, I can actually appreciate and respect somebody's retirement. Although at one point I was like, man, I wish Outkast would drop another album. Mm-hmm. Now I'm at the point, I've heard him on interviews say it's never going to happen and stuff. I actually respect and appreciate that we're not going to get it because, and I heard him say that, what you said, like you're chasing a vibe. And another thing, even if they drop the album now and it was fire, the world we live in, they're going to say, oh, this whack. this garbage, because people like to do that and they want to be that guy that shit on the person everybody like hold high and revere. So that's going to happen. And sometimes older cats don't know how to take that because they're not used to that. This is why Tyson bit Evander's ear off, because he wasn't used to getting hit like that. He was like, what the fuck? I'm losing. I'm going to bite this nigga. So that's what's going to happen. They'll drop and then they'll find out, okay, we're going to bite the fans because we're going to get in the comments and argue.
Yeah, because they come from a different era, man. They come from an era like they come from the pull-up era.
Yeah, you just get 5 mics or however many mics. You wasn't getting all this commentary, so they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
And
they're eating us up on Twitter.
and in that, even in the 5 mic era, they was coming. They was pulling up. They was pulling up. They was pulling up to the source and pulling up to double XL. Like, hey man, what's up?
They wanted them extra mics.
Hey man, you came out, So it's a different era, man. Getting dated, man.
So yeah, I appreciate their now I'm finally like the people that leave, because here's the thing too, and I'm sure you know this or I've thought about it. Some people who come back and they're older rappers and they've been around. There's one of two things that you're gonna say, and you can't win either way. You're either gonna say, "Oh, he's trying to be like the new rappers."
Yeah.
If that happens, even if it works, you're gonna be like, "Look at him, he's trying to rap like the new rappers." But if he don't do that, you're gonna say this sounds dated. So it's gonna be like either it sound dated or you're gonna say this guy trying to be like the new rapper. So you really just have to tap out.
Let me quote the great Joseph Budden, who you referred to earlier.
Yeah.
He said in one of his in his song, he said the rap game, he said how he said either you on some snap shit or plain out stuck in a different decade like the Brat is, right? Because Brat was literally rapping like 95 her whole career. You know what I'm saying? She never came out of that 95 vibe. And you have certain rappers who can, like a lot of those East Coast, rappers are in that mode.
Yeah.
The MF, rest in peace, the MF Dooms and those guys were just, stuck in that mode. Joey Badass is a guy who's a calling back to that era, but he has enough originality to survive it. Yeah. To survive. He's very much old school New York rap, but he also has a young vibe.
You know what I think with that though? I think people like Joey Badass, they have producers that could mesh the 90s and today very well. So they may just say, put something like vinyl cracking or something like that, but something about the beat will still have a new vibe to it. And the way you carry the beat will still have a new vibe to it. So it doesn't make it like, oh, I don't want to hear this. This sound like when I was in school or something. So it don't leave you with that. Now, I don't know if y'all remember when Ice Cube had dropped the album. Not recently, but I think it was 2014 or something. And a lot of people was saying like, oh, this sound like way back then. I remember he was like, I ain't trying to be like the new artist, but it goes back to what I said. Either he gonna say, if he do that, we're gonna be like, what the fuck? But if he do what he used to do, we're gonna say, I don't want to hear this now. So it's really the best thing to just say, I'm gonna just let it go.
But it's funny though, because Q technically, he was ahead of his time though.
But he wasn't that far ahead. He was ahead of his time, but he wasn't.
He wasn't that far though.
Yeah, he wasn't in 2002.
Think about Face. Think about Method Man. Think about Method Man. Think about Tech Nine. Think about Lil Wayne. Right.
But see, those are all guys who have evolved with the time. Because a year ago, Method Man was on the track with Conway.
What you mean? Method Man dropped the album this year. He drops an album every year.
No, but I'm just saying for example, he was on the track with Conway.
That was on his album. Yeah.
Method Man 3. That was on I'm talking about the verse that was on Conway album, Lemonade.
Yeah, okay.
Meth had the hardest verse on the album, on the song.
Meth drops the album. He like I said, this year he dropped Meth Lab 3, and Conway was on there. A bunch of young guys was on there, but Meth, if you listen to Meth flow back then, like Meth killed big. Meth, to my Jay-Z getting murdered, Meth killed big on the what?
This is a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Meth, his
and they said Biggie even admitted that.
Yeah, Meth's cadence and his style is so original and so unique and strong. It's timeless.
Yeah,
Bass, timeless. You know what I mean? Tech Nine is timeless.
That's why Method Man pissed me off, because I wasn't like all up on Wu-Tang like that, but I fuck with Method Man. But every time he dropped the album, I don't know about what he did recently, I'd be like, dang.
Yeah, them always bad.
But you know what? I think Method Man, we all got that guilty pleasure. He was one of them for me, that I liked him so much that every time he dropped, I was like, oh shit. And I knew it was gonna be Boo Boo, but I feel it'll be like, oh shit, I gotta get this. And it's same with Redman. Like Redman, like, can he rap? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But the albums, it'd be like, and he'll have, it ain't like he don't have no joints.
Yeah.
But as a whole thing, you'd be like, yeah, I'm not really trying to.
His mixtapes were always harder than his albums.
I've made myself, because I'm a fan of Redman. I've like pushed through some albums. Like, I'm listening to it because it's Redman. I'm gonna give it a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Redman. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. Rap is so unique. I mean, music is so unique, but it's like there's so many artists, whether it be rap or R&B or country or whatever, that can be right up under this. That can be up under the spotlight. I mean, I'm saying, like you got your Outlaws, you got your Tech Nines, you got your Royce the 5'9", you got your who they might have had some major hits, but the average fan's like, who? But these guys are the true Raheem Devon, your Tanks. You know what I mean?
Facts.
The guys are just like, man. It's
But
like,
tell me if I'm tripping, because I feel like Tank is like top tier. Like, I feel like niggas know Tank is top tier. I can't name you a song.
Name two. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know the names of songs, bro. We've talked about this. I don't.
I don't think people know that though.
Watch this. If I say Jodeci, what you gonna say?
Nigga, I don't know the name of songs.
You don't know?
No, you tripping? Hell
yeah,
no.
Man. You know, for my lady, you know, stay. You know, come and talk to me.
Log off, sir.
I don't know the names of songs.
How you don't know the name of a song and they say stay 100 times, bro?
Nigga, I don't know the name of the song. Stay.
Plus old songs. Now, old songs are easier to remember because they used to do the hook 19 times.
That's what I'm saying. Stay.
Yeah.
All I'm
and
saying
then
you just stay.
Get a bridge
I'm
and a
not
hook
the
again.
nigga. I'm not the nigga who bought the CD and opened it up and looked at the credits while the songs were playing. I was the guy who bought the CD and just put the CD in and just listened. And all I knew was track number 8 is fire. So I go back to track number 8.
Were you that guy that was too cool to listen to R&B?
No,
and you only put it on when it was time for intercourse?
I listen to Drew Hill
on the pod, man.
I listen to Drew Hill. I love Jodeci. Not Brian McKnight. What's the nigga that was on Bad Boy?
Brian McKnight.
No, it wasn't Brian McKnight, bro. It's the nigga that he was a real cool ass nigga, bro.
Oh, you talking about Carl Thomas?
Carl Thomas. I listen to Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
What's the nigga with the guitar, bro?
Donnell Jones.
Donnell Jones.
Oh, okay.
I ain't fuck with life like that, bro.
I ain't like his voice is kind of messed with me.
No, every nigga fucked with R. Kelly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga listen to R. Kelly.
Pause,
that's not possible, bro.
You just said every nigga fucked with Gar. Man, pause.
Well, now niggas in jail might be fucking with Kells, but every nigga listen to R. Kelly, bro.
Yeah,
and then I even go back to Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ohio Players, Isley Brothers. I listen to all of that. I can't tell you the names of the song. Prince, Mike Jackson.
I call cap. I call lie, man.
You can't tell me I'm lying when I come on this pod and I consistently tell you I don't know the name of songs.
I know I can't.
What he's doing is he's setting a precedent here that way. No matter every time his argument comes,
exactly,
your rebuttal is going to be name a song. Exactly. He's going to say we've discussed this.
I know.
What number episode is this?
I'm finna tell you. I'm finna tell you the realest of realest shit. Me and this young man were in a rap group together.
You didn't know the name of y'all's own songs?
I can't
is that
tell
what
you.
You're gonna tell me?
If right now I can't tell you names of songs. Book can go and tell you names of songs. Now, of course, I know names of songs. But I can't tell you. I can tell you Grills, Texas Boy, G'd Up,
But I'm saying, look, how you don't know Ohio Player's song is named Fire and niggas say Fire like 4,000 times?
I never knew that. I heard him say Fire 4,000 times.
So you would just guess like that's Fire. That's the name of the song.
But
that's
I don't know that. I don't know that.
How could you not know if they say this? So you think they just say the name of the song is?
Bro, I'm just vibing out to the Isley Brothers, bro.
Like
I'm gonna tell you what though. I have the same syndrome in a different area of music. I obviously I know lyrics to a lot of songs, but there's a lot of songs that are like big songs, and you like sing along, and I'm like, yeah, it's that one part. Because I always, especially as a producer, I focus on the beat a lot, and I try not to do that. But this is how my ears work. So now there's some songs that you can't deny that I'll grab the microphone and we'll go all the way through. But normally I'm just like,
I saw something yesterday.
I'm a hooker. I'm gonna sing the hook.
If you want me to stay, hold on.
If you want me to stay,
I'll be around. So, I don't know the name of the song.
Yeah.
Song.
What's the name of the song?
They get mad at me.
What's the name of the slide? What's the name of Sly Stone song?
I'm gonna tell you. I gotta hear. That's, you just pulled it up.
If
okay.
you want me to stay, I'll be around today. Yeah. To be available if you want me to. Yeah. What's the name of the song, Book?
I'm trying to
thank you. That's what I'm saying. You just proved my point.
But that's the one. Because Sly and the Family. Hold up, but Sly and the Family Stone. He was a lyricist before they were lyricists. Because if you talk about any Isley song,
what's the name of the song, Book?
That's the one, bro. But I'm talking about Fire. I'm talking about Player.
You know he's finna ask you another one, so you better bob and weave.
Yeah. I can name 17 songs, but they said the hook. Like, how do you know Stay, bro? How do you not know Jodeci Stay?
I will say to Jay Book's point here, back then we didn't have too much of. Now you'll have a song, and the whole song he'll be talking about his mom, and the song will be like, kill those bitches. And you'll be like, why is this song called that? But back then, if the song said stay, it was called Stay. If he kept saying fiending, the song was called
That's
fiending.
what I'm saying. You're supposed to have one, like, they said fiending, man, so many times. Like, you had to explain to your parents what fiending, what is he's like a dolphin. He's fiending for the love, fiending. That's why it's like, come and talk to me. How many times did they say, come and talk to me and come and talk to me?
I really wanna. Again,
they even say, come and talk to me in the verse. I think
in the verses.
It's in the verse and in the hook.
That's what I'm saying. Come and talk to me. Yeah, I really want. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Now, staying there. I heard a young podcaster say that album, Forever My Lady, wasn't a classic album.
Liar.
Oh. And because he said, like, after Come and Talk to Me, Staying Forever My Lady, the 6-7 song Times We Share, Phone, those songs weren't memorable.
Hell,
you don't know the word. I'm like, man, I gotta love. Like, I remember being able to say that, and right now I can go from that song. If you play a song, I can sing that song from the first song to the last song.
To me, Jodeci the best R&B group of all time. So
preach. Can I get some hand claps for that, sir?
So yeah,
can I get some hand claps for that, Mr. Reading over there?
He's on a porn website.
Yeah, man. It's like, how can I incorporate some porn into Jodeci tonight?
No, that's not hard if you want to incorporate porn into Jodeci.
Oh, they go together very well. It makes you hula hoop.
Hula hoop.
It's called the naked hula hoop. You put it on Jodeci and do that.
What's your go-to move, Dub?
What's my go-to move?
Like, you're like okay, shit.
Of course, or what?
In course, yeah, but like, you like, this is the one. Or what's one of? Do you have signature moves, one or two, or do you have, go-tos?
What's your finishing move? It's because sex is like wrestling, so
it's very much is.
There's a point, where everybody got their rock bottom when you do this movie. Like, oh, this is Stone Cold Stunner. Like, when he does this, it's gonna be a rap.
Do I have a finishing move?
I'll go first while you meditate.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't think I have a finish. If I
got a finishing move.
If I do, it's some vanilla shit that's boring as hell. If I have a finishing move.
Well, here's a way to identify your finishing move. Yeah. Don't be ashamed. I know you guys are married men, and
No, I'm not married.
No, he's not.
Okay,
he's not.
Okay, you probably want to give limited information on this topic, but I'm gonna say this: when you reach your peak and you get ready to release your tartar sauce, what position are you most likely in? This is to you, Dub.
Doggy style mostly.
Okay, so that's your finishing.
Definitely
move.
back shots. The back shots, okay. Definitely.
So mine is the same, except I have the Captain Morgan when you put one leg up, because when you do that move, it gives you extra points where you can last longer. Now, if you have both legs down, you might release your so it's a little quicker.
Okay,
But
so
when you got one leg up, it gives you extra points where you can hula hoop a little longer.
I haven't tried the Captain Morgan pose. I will admit though, the finishing move is a during the doggy style, and this is funny. I'm probably telling too much because Boog know my wife very very well. There's a
La 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 la.
no, there's like a grabbing of the neck.
That's
The young
normal.
lady likes the choking, so there's a
That's-
grabbing of the
that's
neck
normal.
and a pushing down right above at the bottom of the back. So there's some the young lady likes that a lot. So
Okay, I'm gonna put you on some game, Dub, and
put me
both
on
of
some
y'all.
game because you single, so you might do some innovative shit I ain't tried.
So, okay, two things. I was talking about this morning, but somebody called me athletic a long time ago. I didn't know what that meant.
You thought you still had it or what?
No, I still got it, 100%. But they called me athletic. I didn't know what it meant, and so I heard a couple more times, and I really understood what it meant. Was everybody isn't coordinated and strong and flexible. So as you're in the back position, leverage, Captain Morgan, leverage. Leverage gives you an advantage to be able to reach different areas, different spots, and be able to whatever. So
The power bomb.
exactly. So if you are a back shots guy, might try to lay down and Captain Morgan like that. You might want to lay down and take that arm and go up under the leg and have some
And lift. Okay, there you go.
lip, but you're taking your hand and you're actually using your hand as a rose, right?
Oh, so we call that playing the acoustic clitoris.
Yeah, there you go. So
Okay.
so if you said you like the neck thing, you can also use the other hand. Well, I got long arms, so I can go and
So you're doing the
Okay,
Dao
yeah.
seam from Street Fighter.
I'm kind of I
The
you
yoga
know,
flame.
so I'm here, got the neck here,
Indeed.
and then got
But how tall are you, Book?
6'4".
How tall is the average young lady, that you might be playing naked gymnastics with?
Gonna get me in trouble.
I don't want to get you in trouble, so I'm not saying this. You know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying
He's going to say
if
between.
if you had to
such
give
and
me
such.
an
Yeah,
average.
it goes between. I mean, I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want to.
No
put it out
names,
there.
just
I'm
average
saying you
or
you
just
know
the estimate.
that it might be one that may be 5 something.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
It might be one that be 5'9".
But I'm saying, but how tall are you? Boogie is 6'4", right?
Yeah.
Dub is barely 6 feet.
Indeed. I'm 5'8".
You're
What I'm
5'8".
saying is, if you
But
don't
the
have,
missus,
you don't have
the missus
Yeah.
is damn near 6 feet. So
yeah, but you don't have to do. You have to. I can get all this, so you can just use your hand and grab like this. So instead of you having,
I do
put it
use the
here-
hand because,
Yeah.
like I said, me and the wife are damn near the same height. So I do
Yeah.
use the hand.
Yeah, so you can. But what I'm saying, if you're
Little
laying
German
down,
suplex.
if you're laying down sideways, you can have leverage and angles as you're. So now I'm here.
Sideways is a little overrated though.
It is a little bit. because
I'm tall.
It's a but see,
I'm
Boog
tall.
is
Trying to,
al-
I think when people do it sideways, they trying to sneak and take a nap.
But see, Boog is also, he's also forgetting the fact that he probably has better core strength than me. I don't. Yeah, your core strength is probably better than mine.
Because to be even more honest, usually I do that so I can go from here and we can roll over and be right here.
So you're trying to do close quarters combat, basically.
I can-
When you roll over in a little jujitsu, you roll over naked and you never
Exactly.
release yourself. You stay right in there and turn a backflip on the bed.
I can lock one leg with my other leg, and oh man, let me
So
start
you want to put them in the sharpshooter, is what you're telling us.
man,
It sounds like Boogie doing some intricate shit over there.
bruh. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm gonna get in trouble. This is the part that's gonna get us.
You know you're gonna get a call. They're gonna say, you never put me in the sharpshooter.
I just want you.
So you got a lot of sharpshooters to give out now.
I
No,
want.
they're gonna say
I want the record.
that's your thing.
I want the record to state that I have not thrown young James Boogie under any buses.
Today.
Young James Boogie has done this on his own.
Indeed.
So
I'm not
any,
You have the freedom to remove
any
things
phone
if need be.
calls you get from your political connects has nothing to do with me.
Look, man, I gave you the PG version. I could have went way left and been
So-
like,
Have y'all got y'all's hate mail yet?
Hate mail.
Have y'all
I don't-
experienced that?
No, we don't get hate mail.
no.
It's on the way. In my potting, I did get it because I had a guy. I used to have a hotline, and the guy called in and he said that he purchased a prostitute. I need a second. It's hard to say this.
I'm gonna say, speaking of prostitutes, man, I heard a woman say some shit that made so much sense to me, man. I almost called her, and I'm like, man, you know what? I understand what prostitutes are for now.
What are they for?
Yeah.
They're for people who are either married or don't want to be in relationships.
And why would married people need a prostitute? Because they're not
a married person. No, a married person be like, look, either our marriage isn't sexual no more, and I still want to have sex, so I can go over here and I can have unattached sex and still come home and be the provider that I want to be provider. I still love this person, but we don't have a love. Our love has evolved past physical that way. Or, you know what I'm saying? It could be like, I want to spice it up. I need professional help. Boom. I want it's like, it's a business contract for a married person.
I agree with everything you just said. Me being a married man, if I truly just wanted some outside pussy, I don't want to go buy it though. I want to go to the club or wherever I'm going, and I want to.
You want to see if you still got it.
I do. I want to see if I still got. I want to see if I still got it. Like, I want the broad to want to hit me because she into me. I don't want the broad to hit me because I'm paying her like $120.
Well, herpes is a little more common than it used to be.
That's
so
dangerous.
You got to be.
That's dangerous, bro.
Well, you got.
Now they have sex on Reddit, is what they told me.
What do you mean to have sex on Reddit?
Well, people go in there and they make their request, and I met this guy the other day, and he was like, he's in the cuckold business.
Yo, that cuckold shit is wild. I would do it if I was single, but that shit is wild.
I would definitely not do it if I was single. I mean, I would definitely.
You would do this crap.
I would do cuckold if I was single. Like, if a nigga wanted to pay me to smash his wife in front of him,
your fucking dick gonna melt off too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're gonna have a strange experience.
I refuse. Hey, man, we was almost there, man. We was almost there. So close, yet so far, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. So now I can tell you, this guy called in that he
You thought you could tell us. You thought you could tell us, but you can't get together. You were so close.
So he bought the prostitute.
Okay.
But he gave her the STD.
Yo, that's funny as fuck.
And she had to complain to him that Strange was going to her genitalia after she been with him.
Well, talking about though, how did she still have his number saved?
Yeah, how did he came back on the chat?
Did he go back? Did he go hit Bissonnet back up again?
Well, she reached out to him when they was in Vietnam, and and he went down that road with her. And not to mention, he stated that she was in a wheelchair. So when that call came on my line, I got a lot of hate mail and stuff came in that they was offended with me. But I was like, I just had a confession hotline. And he decided
in a wheelchair?
Yeah. It was a wheelchair prostitute that received it.
Hold on, what type of hell do you go to?
A wheelchair prostitute?
Hold on, no. What kind of hell do you go to if you give a chick in a wheelchair?
Well, talking about though, Bub, because this is a young lady on TikTok and she's handicapped. She's in a wheelchair, but she's cute though. So I don't think that I would not. I'm saying I wouldn't.
Keep it.
I would not. I just because you're in the wheelchair.
No, you missed the point.
I would still holler at you if you're cute.
You missed the point. You missed the point.
All right, tell me what point I missed.
I'm saying, what kind of hell do you go to if you give a chick in a wheelchair a STD?
You go to the hottest portion of hell.
That's wild.
Whatever part of hell is Arizona, that's where you go.
That's wild.
Damn.
That's wild. Damn. Do you follow Go DJ Boss? DJ Boss.
DJ J Boss.
Yeah.
I do.
Have you seen his last post, man? About photographers of the devil?
I saw it. Yes, I did. But we've been knowing the airbrush, you know. I mean, you're a photographer. So you the devil. I have before, but I tend not to. I tend to just like take a different shot. That's what I do. I'll just like, let's do the shot.
You know, instead of doing a shot that's all the way live, let's do
I
a real life
still,
live.
I didn't know they still Photoshop cellulite out. I thought Lizzo got rid of all of that.
Man. But nah. So man, it's 2022, man.
I had a strange moment, but we're good.
Okay.
It's like a cat at your door.
No,
meow, nigga, meow.
Oh yeah.
Meow, nigga. Meow. You ever
That's what I
had
was going.
an animal talk to you? Or think that the animal's like, did that animal just talk to me?
Well, I have a lot of. I live a strange lifestyle, and sometimes I do believe in this and a little bit of reincarnation and stuff. Although I know some of that is psychological as well. Sometimes we just say we want to think, oh, that's grandma. Come back as a bird. We just want to do this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want none of my dead relatives to come talk to me.
Y'all believe in ghosts?
I do.
You, James Bookie?
I don't know, man.
I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe in maybe how it's portrayed on TV. I don't believe in Caspers I don't believe like my dead relative is gonna come just hover over me while I'm asleep.
See, those are the ones that's harder to believe for a lot of people. Like I live the documentary life and the theory life. And I noticed that a lot of people, and it's a valid point, they say a lot of times when you see a relative, not saying it's impossible, but it is psychological half the time, because especially if they recently passed or you think about them a lot and you would like to see them. So obviously the moment a door closed, it's really the AC came on and you're like, that must be grandma. And now, don't get it twisted, I still do believe in it, but it is I understand people that don't believe in it because we live in a cap world. So you might share an experience. You might say, hey, I had this weird experience, and it may be true to you, but somebody in the circle is going to top you because this is what people do. They'll say, oh yeah, I had an experience like that too. One time I was in the earthquake, and then, a man was 10 feet tall walking down. So you're like, okay, man. See, we were getting somewhere, but now you want to.
Yeah, you went too far.
You got to top me, and you went down a different road. So
we gotta have stuff. I spent some time in jail, so I'm not proud of it, but I have.
Is that where your ghost words at?
No, but I have some stories about jail. Like,
we rolling over to Young Turk?
No.
Nice segue.
We'll talk about that.
I didn't know if you wanted to confess some shit, my brother. I was gonna.
No. I was in jail one time, and we was in. We were in the. It was just a random day, man. And so, because ain't nothing to do in jail but talk.
Yeah,
ain't nothing to do really but talk.
Would you talking niggas' ear off in jail?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No,
he had a lot to share with them.
I was really chilling, man. I was really chilling because, like, I'm an observer of people. So, if somebody asks me a question, we could talk about a subject, you know what I'm saying? And really, when you go to jail, bro, it's depending on if you're going to be there, if you've not been there for a second or whatever.
Yeah.
So when you're in there for a second, now it's all mental. It's all mental games. It's a 24-hour mental game with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when people realize that either I can't break you or you on your note, then they kind of relax with you and they open up and you can have real relationships or real, interaction. But the people see like you got like fraudulent. No, it's a mental game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been to prison. I heard prison is 10 times worse, but jail, whatever. So anyway, we somehow started talking about, ghosts and experience. And this one dude is like, man, I had this homeboy, man, and he was in the gang, man. And then, they told him his dad jump him in. So they took him in a dark room, man. And they told him he had to rape the girl to get in the gang. And then, man, he raped the girl, man. And then when he came home, man, he's like, the girl he raped, that was his sister, or whatever, And I was like, hey, man, that's a song by Moral Technique.
Yeah. That's what
he was like, because when he sounds like, man, I remember this verse, I'm sitting there listening, and it's like, it's 15, 20 of us, and we all nothing to do. So we just he's telling the whole story. So when he gets to the end, I'm like, hey, man, that's a song by Immortal Technique. He's yeah, no, but if it was real, it'd be wild, right? I'm like, man, you just tried to, you know what I'm saying?
So he tried to pretty much tell you a lie from a song.
Tell us, because nobody else had heard it before. Nobody else
And you was able to call it cap.
Call it 100% cap.
Well, see, that's the problem, though. But you don't get to appreciate a good lie, because there's a new technique that I use that you might want to try.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard some of the worst lies known to man, and I'm sure y'all have as well. But the thing, the difference between you and me is a lot of people, they either get pissed off or they stop them and they inform them that they're lying.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that you can't tell a liar anything, because the only thing they're going to do is escalate, and they're going to be like, you don't tell me, nigga, I know what I'm. So it just goes to another place. And so what I do is I just let them do it. And then I'm like, word. And then what happened? And then if you let them do it, you will see how far it can go.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, I was working at Walmart. We've all had that coworker that says, I don't really need this job. I'm well off.
Mm-hmm.
I just need something to do because I'm too rich. And, you know, so I was working with that guy. Mm-hmm. So we've all had this colleague. One day,
Walmart, that's what you want to do to spend your time at Walmart. Yeah. You couldn't have went and be a philanderer. I mean, being a philanthropist or something.
Exactly. This is where it gets intriguing, though.
Yeah.
Now everybody says, stay away from this guy. He lies. And, you know, every time he would start telling stories, they'd be like, shut up. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Yeah. But I would always listen to him. I'd be like, tell me more. Because I knew it was a lie, but I just was like, how far can this go? And I started studying like what makes people do this, and, you know, the conditions that people have that make them lie to this extent. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, I was like, how were you a millionaire? And he told me that this is another story that's hard to say because it's so terrible. But he said he was walking down the road and he saw a homeless man. And he said he offered the homeless man a Subway sandwich. And he said he went to Subway and bought him a Subway. Mm-hmm. And he said when he came out, the dude said, one day I'm going to see you again and I'm going to change your life. And I was like, okay, cool. And he said one day he was laying in his recliner watching a football game, and a convoy of limousines pulled into his yard.
He told you that?
Yeah. That's why this shit is hard to repeat. But he said when he got a knock at the door, it was the Bill Clinton and this homeless man. And he said they signed him up for they signed him up for
This sounds like an episode of Secret Boss.
You are a better person than me, because once the nigga told me Bill Clinton showed up with the homeless man, first off, when the nigga told me he was in his recliner watching football with a convoy of limousines, I'd have been like, hey bro, I gotta go stock dairy, bro. I'm gonna holler at you.
Well, see, that's why y'all would miss this part.
But see, I know I didn't play it. I'm with you.
No, I definitely would have walked. I'd be like, man, this nigga, man, I'm finna go.
Because
there was to the end.
Just like Jay Book said, when he told me this, other people was around. We was in a break room. People was like, my lunch is over. People started saying, fuck this, I don't want to hear it. And I was like, go ahead and finish.
Yeah.
Well, he said they signed him up for the unlimited millions casino. He said every once a month he goes to New Jersey, and it's a casino underneath the ground in the sewers. And he said every time you spend $1 million comes out. And only certain people can go. Cause I was like, well, shit, take me. Cause I wanted to pull him more into his bullshit. And he was like, well, you have to be signed up for the elite club.
Why he can't sign you up though?
So well, he said I wasn't part of the elite club. I had to find a homeless man to give a sandwich to. So,
why does Bill Clinton have to come with the homeless nigga though? Hey, why is the homeless nigga? See, this sounds like a movie. This sounds like another movie.
Yeah. This is what they do. I told you, like, after he was doing this, part of me was doing this because it was funny to me. The other part was curious because I was like, if he's going this far, he actually believes, either he believes it himself or he believes that I actually believe this. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't see the sarcasm on my face as I was like, really? Intriguing. Tell me more.
They have
I was being a dickhead, but he was still going with it.
They have like, when I say Subways, not the restaurant, but Subways in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Turnpike still, yeah.
Playing devil's advocate, maybe one of these casinos is at one of these retired
Underneath the
subway stations underground, because
and every time you spin it, you get $1 million. He said you never lose every spin.
Nah, see, I don't think every time you spin it you would get $1 million. Now, if you told me every time you go spin it you can win like 10 bands, I'd be okay, because I know New York area, they have these decommissioned subway platforms,
fight clubs, underground this, underground that, dog fighting.
You can buy them. They turn them into like these hidden restaurants or shit, like, or hidden club. Like, that's a real thing. So I can almost rock with you. But now when you tell me you get an invite and once you go, every time you spin you get $1 million, well, that's kind of suspect, because I'm gonna be in that bitch every day.
And then you work at Walmart and you say it's just for a hobby.
I wouldn't be working at Walmart for a hobby, no.
That's a good thing. Where would you work for a hobby though?
If I had all the money in the world and I just wanted to do something and I wanted to work for a hobby, I'm either going to work somewhere where I can have the most fun or change lives, or do both, where I can have fun and change lives.
But would you really do that? Because everybody, okay, I don't know if y'all have this condition, but to me, I always say this is proof that if motherfuckers get money, they're not going to do what they say they're going to do. Because every year we have this thing, you might have heard of it. It's called income tax. And somebody says, when I get this, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And these things don't happen. And then they say, and then it still be January. And they say, see, next year when I get my income tax. And I'm like, you're already talking about next year because you didn't survive doing the shit you were supposed to do. But then you tell me when you get $1 million, you're going to donate to the church and you're going to save the cancer patients.
You're not.
I don't believe that shit.
You're going to donate to Louis Vuitton and Gucci. But what I'm saying is, all right, so like prime, Deion Sanders is a good example, because Deion is a coach at Jackson State. He loves football. And he's like, oh, I'm going to donate almost my whole salary into the facilities so the players can have better facilities. So to me, that's a man who is a millionaire and is doing what he loves, because we all know Prime can just sit his ass at home and put his feet up and be a commentary.
That's game, though.
How's the game, bro? Damn, you don't like nothing, bro.
No, I'm not going to like it, but I'm saying like him saying that I'm going to donate my salary to...
We know it's a write-off, but still.
But even in that, how much can Jackson State pay Deion? Like, realistically,
I thought he'd get a couple mil though.
How the fucking Jackson State pay Deion a couple mil?
Ain't it like 2 or 3 mil?
How could Jackson State at HBCU, all of a sudden be able to pay him $2 million?
Man, now look, I don't know the mathematics. I'm just saying I know that Coach Prime donated his salary back to the school so they could update the facilities for the students. I know that.
What I'm saying is this:
you believe he did this?
How much do you think?
I believe he did it.
How much money do you think that they pay him a year?
I think he gets paid $2 million a year.
How? How can the school? How can the school that
pull his salary up?
Okay, I'll pull it up right now.
I was gonna say this. Unless y'all do that, this is gonna go in circles all night long.
300,000.
He makes 300,000. That's it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I say it's cap, bro. So
whoa, I'm talking about. It's not cap. Now maybe he maybe he donated the 300,000 back. I was guesstimating, so I wasn't saying that's what it was.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he made 300,000. So what he's saying, I'm saying is this. Okay, me going to this school, I'm really volunteering my time, but also me going to the school, I'm going to get plugged in with all of they alumni and all the area businesses. I'm going to be plugged into that. That right there is going to be 300,000. So I'm going to give away. And also I have a vested interest in putting the money that the 300,000 they pay me and giving that right back to the school, because me improving my facilities is helping me get more players. It's helping my facilities. So it's really, what it say, but some of it's cap, bro. Because
I don't think any of it is cap though. Because from what you just told me, you have a big name who went to a HBCU.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the draw because of who he is.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to get better talent in.
Yeah.
And he's also improving the school and the facilities to keep getting this better talent in.
Does he have a vested interest in putting more money in the school?
But he's the coach, though.
I didn't answer that question. I said,
so
you
is
answered
your
the question.
I'm literally answering the question while we're talking.
I said, does he have a vested interest in improving the facilities at the school?
Because as he improves the facilities for his program, he can draw more names to the program, and the program can get more notoriety and keep moving up as they are.
I don't think what you're saying is true, but what I'm saying is,
why you don't think it's true though?
I don't think that making the facilities better is what's going to attract more people.
You don't think that's part of it? The facility, when you go on a college campus tour as an athlete, one of the first things they do is take you to the facilities that you will be in. That's one of the draws.
Yeah,
is your concern that he's getting something out of this book?
No. I'm saying this: if Deion Sanders went to a high school that had, in fact, Deion Sanders did go to a high school that didn't have facilities, and kids came and followed Deion. This is Deion Sanders, so the facilities part of that is not part of the draw. The draw, no matter if he put $400 million into the facilities, the draw is not the facilities.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Because you was a college athlete. Yeah. When you went on your college campus tours, what was one of the first things that you saw?
The first thing I saw was the school. We go to the school.
And they take you on a tour. What is one of the first places they take you?
They take you to the facilities.
All right. So the facilities is a draw.
Okay. So at what point do you think that the facility is going to be a bigger draw than Deion?
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you said that. I'm asking you a question.
The facility is not a bigger draw than Deion.
Okay, I asked you.
But when you look at the entire package, yes, the facilities is part of it. If that's the case, Deion would be trying to improve the facilities.
No, watch this. So if I took Deion to put him at a school, if I put him at TSU tomorrow with their facilities, do you think that there would be less people at Deion's school because the facilities wasn't up? Like that's like icing on the cake to have better facilities. That doesn't matter though. What matters is that Deion is there. That's the main thing. As long as Deion is there, that's the draw.
So what I'm saying,
is he wasting his time and money?
No. I'm saying that he has a vested interest in giving money back to the facility. He's told you from jump, I'm gonna be here for a while.
So what are you arguing? Because I don't get it. I don't know what the point you're trying to make is.
Him donating the $300,000 is not as
giving as it sounds.
As it sounds, because really what he's doing is saying like, look, okay, this $300,000 is not changing nothing in my lifestyle. This is nothing.
I need a better break room myself.
This is piss. So whatever you put to give me, man, put that back, man. Put that back and put it in the facility. Because you're still gonna help me out. I'm gonna get better shit for me.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question. This might take you down a different path, but we all, and this might be a little more serious, but it's a valid question. We all have that thing that we may be a little connected to a little more than others. If you did have the money, because this is how I call cap on people. When there's two things that people say, I'm going to invest, and they say, I would donate to a cause. My thing is, if they say invest, I say to what? And then silence happens because they don't know. They just want to say that because it sounds good. And the other part is they say, I want to donate to something. Is there something that you are connected to personally? Because you don't just donate to something for no reason. It's normally like, I have some kind of connection to this, whether, like you said, jail. So it might be something like that. I'm not speaking for you, but it'd be something you have a connection to. What would that be?
Dub, you go.
If I just money fell in my lap, I'm not going to be in the, I'm going to go invest in X, Y, and Z. I don't know that. I would try to make sure I build something for, generations of my family. So I would do that. I would find a way. I would sit down with someone smarter than me and find a way to be able to set up some family members. If it's a family trust, and set up some wealth so we can build wealth and invest in some businesses.
So here's my question, because it might get a little personal here with that, because a lot of people talk about generational wealth. This is personal to you. You know your family.
Not you. I'm talking about the generational wealth conversation is usually a bunch of bullshit. But keep going.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Most people say generational wealth and this isn't personal to you. You be the judge. But then their family ain't shit. So they say, I'm gonna leave this, and then the family is just gonna fuck it off and get on cocaine. And
I would have some caveats to it though, and that's what. And so you know your family. So I know there are some people in my family. I can say, here's $5 million for you, and that $5 million is gonna be gone in 2 months. And I know there are some people in my family. I can say, here's $5 million for you, and they might get that $5 million, and they might flip that shit 5 times because they have a start. Mm-hmm. So it definitely would be some caveats in it, like, for the younger people. I'm not saying that college is the end all be all, but for some younger people, I feel like, if you have a solid start where you got like $2 million, you should be able to go do something and figure out how to keep that wealth, opposed to just spending.
Yeah, because what happens with us a lot, and this happens with us a lot, we always say we need to build our own schools, we need to do this, and we need to do that, but the problem every time I've been in this conversation, and every time y'all been in this conversation, because I know you've been in this conversation, when you left that table and when you left that conversation, you did not leave it with the plan. You just had the conversation. Yeah, we need to do this and we need to do that. And then you said, yep. And then you went and got yourself a drink, and then you went and fell asleep and had intercourse with your woman and woke up. And none of these things went into action. And that's normally what the problem is. Like, we have the conversation, but we don't be like, cool. So now that we have this conversation, what we're going to do is X, Y, Z. And I know it is hard to identify X, Y, Z, but we just talk about it and say, man, what we need to do is this. And that just is.
And see, that's the thing. A lot of these woke people, man, they'll say what's wrong with our community. Mm-hmm. So they'll have what's wrong with it, but they won't have a realistic solution and what they're going to do to start it.
Yeah, because I'm tired of the conversation, to be honest.
Well, I let Doug go first because he's in a different space than I am. But my profession is literally doing that, like literally taking ideas and saying, okay, this is how we want to change the situation for this community. This is how we want to improve this community. This is what we want to do. We're going, they have a need for positive male figures here. We're going to bring male figures here for this many days, do that, so and so and so. We literally go out and find funds and find ways to fund situations.
So when you come up with a problem, y'all actually try to have a solution to the problem.
We 120. In fact, that's crazy because we had the conversation this morning, me and my other brother. We were just talking about how there's people that are in our circle, in our path, that that tell the world, I'm giving back, I'm helping them, and they are to an extent, but their real thing is they don't have the discipline, they don't have the plan, they don't have the consistency to be able to actually do that. And their motivation is either money or spotlight. Right? Their motivation isn't to say, yeah, I see a need here, I want to address the need, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make that need be addressed. I don't care if somebody sees it. I don't care if, I don't make $400,000 a year. I don't care. My whole entire focus is to address this need. I will use this other thing over here that people like, whether it be music or sports or tap dance and whatever it is, to draw you in so that we can show you, oh yeah, you can tap dance, but also this is the bigger picture.
Facts. With that, what you said, sometimes I don't believe, even though that's what happens, people get to a certain status with what they're doing, and then it goes left, kind of Black Lives Matter, stuff like that. Sometimes I don't think, I know there are some people that they meant bad all from the get-go, and this don't excuse it, but I do think some people say, man, I'm trying to make a change, and I don't think they realize the impact that they're going to make. And when they start saying, oh, it's a nonprofit, this and that, and when they start seeing how much money is coming in, that's when the demon enters them. And they say, we're supposed to build this school or we're supposed to do this thing. And then once they see the account, they say, fuck that. We going to the Bahamas, bitch. We're finna smoke Cuban cigars in this motherfucker.
What I'm saying is if your motivation from the get green is to see, it's like a baby, right?
Yeah.
It's like a child or a kid or a dog. Like if I have a dog or a child or anything, if I want to see that dog learn how to do a trick, I'm not motivated by and people are going to pay to see the trick. I'm not motivated by, if people are going to see the trick. I'm motivated by seeing the dog do the trick. I want this dog and me to connect. I want this child to grow up and have these principles, right? If that's the motivation, then there's you're not going to get pushed off a course.
Yeah, but I think, and everything you're saying is correct, but I think there are some people who it's just a hustle for them, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't think that. I don't disagree with you, but I'm saying I don't think that is that nefarious that people are trying to hustle. I think that, like I said, consistency, man, that's the word that people don't consist. Like for me to be able to wake up in the morning every day and say, okay, I'm going to get to this point. I'm going to get to this every day. It's easy when I have McDonald's, when I have Walmart, when I have Mountain Dew, whoever you want to say, structuring it to say that, okay, you come in, do this, we did that, we give you that. But it's hard when you have to say, okay, I want to get here and I have to I have to structure and be consistent and do this thing, knowing that it's all on me to make this happen. And once I do make it happen, I have to replicate that over and over again. Consistency and planning. That's the hard part. But see,
everything else is easy.
On like a small scale, because you do it on a bigger scale than I did. My experience with the youth football program on our own, that shit was crazy to me because in my mindset coming from the organization that we came from, I was like, look, you raise all this money, you have these dues for these kids to pay to participate in this league, essentially in my mind, all the funds need to go to operating costs. So the more money we raise, the better equipment we have. We can pay for great good fields for practices and all of this money we're paying the league. The amount of money we were paying the league, I'm not saying that I should have NFL caliber stadiums, but our fields should be fire.
Yeah.
And to sit in meetings with some of these other, brothers who look like me who say they doing it for the community, and it's like, yo, y'all niggas really think y'all are NFL owners. Like, y'all charging all this money, and it's a hustle for y'all. And even a league owner or commissioner, the amount of money we paid, I shouldn't have to show up an hour early and start drawing lines on the field. And that field just happens to be on the side of this church that I low-key, as the commissioner, got at a discount. Like, bro, I had to go. Homie was like,
what's the word I said first? Planning.
Bro, but that's not even planning, bro.
That's planning.
No, I'm going to tell you, no. You're right. It is planning. So I'm not saying that you're wrong. You're right. It's planning. But I'm saying to them, it's so much of a hustle. Like, they make sure you pay your dues on time. But I'm headed to this field for this game.
But the stuff don't get taken care of.
And you hit me up and like, hey, so yeah, brother, I need you to go to this address and I need you to pick up all the field shit. And I'm like, bro, I've worked for a top tier organization, and they had a staff that did this stuff. And the amount of money I'm paying you, and that's just me. You got literally like it's no. You keep saying it's planning.
That's all it is.
Nah, that's not planning, bro. That's
if I plan. If I say, go ahead.
That's not planning. That is caring about the product you're putting out. And if everybody out here, every meeting you go, oh, we're doing it for the community. We got to have a safe place for our kids, bro. The amount of money I am paying you, and that's just me. Yeah. It's like 20 other teams in this league.
Well, you know what though? Some people have Forrest Gump syndrome. I don't know if you remember on the movie when he just said, I just felt like running. He got up, he started running. He got a lot of people to follow him. And then at some point he was like, I want to go home.
I can understand if you're in like year 2, but you've been doing this for years. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's planning because I agree with you, Dub, that they're inadequate. But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that they should be compensated for what they're doing. They shouldn't be doing for it. But I'm also saying that they don't have the planning. They don't have the structure to be able, they want to do it for the right reasons, but they don't know how to do it.
Oh,
And that's
I-
my
it's
that's
planning.
my that's
I think-
my Forrest Gump comparison
I think
there,
some of
because
them-
you got leaders that are not leaders.
They're not
or
leaders.
or they're leading and they realize, they think, oh, this gonna be a little small community thing, and
Yeah.
then shit gets bigger than that's just like this podcast here. Now y'all seem like y'all have this thing called sense. Now, so y'all are popping in your community. You're probably popping in other communities, other states, other countries. Just say tomorrow this thing went Breakfast Club level or something. Y'all gonna have, at this point, you're gonna be like, okay, we gotta add some new segments. That's when the Forrest Gump, that opportunity for that to happen is there, because it's like, okay, I didn't know we was gonna get like this. What do we do now? You got more eyes on you, you got more ears, and they're like, okay, now y'all at the point you're like, should we get naked on here? Like, you gotta know what's the next thing. What's the topic?
Or you
see-
just stay true to what you was doing.
But see, I feel like that. I feel like if we hit Breakfast Club level next, or Joe Budden podcast level next month with the pod,
Dub gonna be so fucking fly, man.
now at that point we have more resources to
You hear, man? He's
We-
talking about getting fly, man.
we have more
Yeah.
resources to make sure that our production is 100, it's fire, it's the best experience for our listeners, and we would still be able to take care of ourselves.
You see,
It would be
getting fly, man.
irresponsible if we got the bag
Yeah.
and we still was doing what we doing. Like, we at that point, all right, we gonna have a set, we gonna have some better camera action.
Do you feel like it will be hard for y'all too? Because, okay, just like what happened with Joe Budden's podcast, and I know they only explained it in so much detail,
Yeah.
but the underlying deal that I got from it was sometimes opportunities came, sometimes he turned them down because he felt he can get XYZ. If you guys, I don't know, if Spotify said, hey, we want to give you this deal, and Dub, you're like, I'm with it, and James Bookie's like, nah, don't sell
Fuck
out.
Spotify.
Don't sell out, King.
Yeah.
I think we can do better than this. Y'all might have a spicy conversation, because you may just be like, I saw the check. And he's like, but there's a bigger check. And you may like, fuck that. I want this check. That's when the spicy conversation gets there. And that's where you got to put your history on the line.
When you say spicy, you talk about him, not me, because I ain't never had no. We had this conversation before. I ain't never had no spicy conversations. We've already had this conversation before that if anything is spicy, I don't know if he's going to accept, because he was okay with being spicy. I personally was not okay with being spicy. He was like, man, it's okay for play to be. I was like, nah, I ain't never been spicy before.
You don't
But
like that terminology, is what
I
you
don't like the word spicy when you're talking about men. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Indeed. Well, he's gonna want to put some lemon pepper in the conversation.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. No, but honestly, what I say is, and this is being 100% honest. There's a thin line between, like, when sometimes when we get paper, we get money, we get monetary gains. We think that's the spark plug for us to try to be like others or like this. And so I think sometimes it's like, no, we can do the same thing we was doing. We can upscale what we was doing. Or we can have some better lines of communication.
Because check this out. I don't know if you know this. I know there's people that get so many eyes on them, or they get so many followers that they're like at a plateau where they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. A lot of people are looking, and a lot of people expect something. So I don't know if you follow Roy and Maul's podcast. I don't. I follow them on Instagram.
I choose not
but
to.
I don't listen to them. But this past week, they decided to finger a woman on the podcast. Wow. So they was gonna do their podcast, and they had a man come and finger this girl, and like, yeah, and that's what they did. They pulled their phones out and they was recording it. But they said, we're gonna put this on Patreon. So everybody was in the comments, and it was like, we gotta see this. But then I was thinking, if you're gonna have a man come out and finger this woman while y'all talk about the topics, now what do you do next? Because people are gonna say, oh, I'm subscribing to this.
Yeah.
But see,
And it's gonna be like that song Panda for Designer.
But
You're
see,
like, oh, I don't know what to do next.
they have to do that. All right, and now since we here,
Yeah.
I feel like they have to do that because they weren't the fucking talent. Like, their whole beef was they were mad because Joe ain't take a deal they wanted him to take. But
Yeah.
Joe was trying to build a network. Joe was the talent. These two
Facts.
niggas was the sidekicks. So Joe went and got two more as partners and kept it pushing. And I think their perspective is slightly better than Rory and Maul's. Because all Maul did was sit there and be like, yo, that's crazy. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah,
Like,
agreed.
The only substance he has is that his brother is Biggs. So I was, and Rory was cool, but you know, Rory was a white boy trying to be black. The fact that you just told me that their content is we're gonna have a man come on here and finger a woman while we talk about it and record it, bro, that's some cornball ass shit, bro. And that's why I don't listen to them trash panda ass niggas.
Well, check this out.
Never gonna diss any other podcast, man. Take that back, man. We ain't gonna
James
talk about
Bookie, I just sent you this clip. If you want to play it in a microphone, so you'll see that I'm not lying here. It's a minute or less, so you'll see what they're doing. I'll be silent.
Four young niggas visiting a high school girl on my street just 3 other days. They was out there minding their business, but they had a Cadillac.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's Charleston Park. That's
That's
Charleston White.
Boogie homie. That's Boogie's role model, Charleston White.
I was like, I didn't send that clip.
It went straight to Instagram, and that's the last thing I would listen to.
Something strange is gonna happen. Right now.
Wow. What? You got to see it.
They have the video of this shit.
Yeah, of the prep.
Actually throughout the entire scene, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna be speechless for a little bit.
Just hearing it is enough for your audience to see where this is going.
Now, see.
Hold on.
Stop. No. We're driving traffic to Roaring Mall now, because now you have to go see it to understand what's going on. The foolishness that they're doing, man.
I would understand if this was on Horrible Decisions.
No, you got to see it, bro. You got to see it. Bro.
I'm saying I would understand if this was on Horrible Decisions or if it was on the Kinks with Kiki podcast.
You have to see it. You have to see it, bro. I'm just telling you now. You got to see it to understand.
And I will say this. We are not promoting them. Now, if you go and see that, it actually says something about you, because my thing is this: if you want to see that, porn is free. You shouldn't have to watch a podcast and you got to wait until it gets to that clip before. It's like, if you want to do it, just get straight to it. Like, we don't have to go pay on Patreon.
I think it's hilarious that they had a beef with Joe and now they're on Patreon. And Joe ain't Joe like one of the not board member. He's something on Patreon.
Let this clip speak to you.
They gave him the bag. What happened on Patreon? They gave him the bag. But you know what? I'm going to switch everything all the way around and ask the
Wait,
Velvet.
these niggas are sitting here and doing the fingering. Oh.
You saw that? That's why I said you had to see it, man. But look.
These niggas is lame, bro. You niggas is some lame ass niggas.
Hold on. I'm switching everything. I'm moving everything around and saying.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm going to let you switch it up. Hey, Bug, me and you ain't boxing no more. We need to. We gonna box these niggas.
So who fighting who?
I don't care who we fight, bro. Both niggas gonna get slept. It doesn't matter who slip who.
Well, the thing is, they're not. The only reason I brought them up, they're not going nowhere.
No, I want to box
Maul.
I want to box Maul because he's supposed to be this Brooklyn OG type real nigga. Yeah. I want to box that nigga, bro.
I think me and Roy would have to have some kind of different kind of altercation. That would have to be physical. We had to like maybe have a mental joust or have a.
Maybe you can have a game of tic-tac-toe with them or a game of Uno.
I want to sleep Maul, bro. And then after I sleep that nigga, I'm gonna sleep that nigga and be like, hey, that was for Joe, by the way.
But watch what I'm telling you. This is the beginning of the end. If you get naked on your podcast, it's only because I saw in the comments people was like, oh, I'm about to subscribe. So if people come in only to see that, and I know they're not going to do this on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So it does leave you with, what do we do next? They're going to have to bring Chris Angel and let him levitate on the podcast, or like you can't do this every week. So they're done now.
You mean to tell me Ack ain't flamed these niggas up yet?
Well, I don't know if this episode dropped yet. This is like their thing saying, get ready. We're about to get naked.
Oh, I can't wait. Ack finna flame these niggas up. I can't wait.
Okay, but let's say, so now I'm pivoting. So the extra pivot.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, so pivoting to the music, man. We have a super producer. I got a song for you. I'm gonna send to you, by the way, tonight. But
is this you rapping?
Bruh. This is two MCs talking, right? This is two.
I'm asking you, are you sending him a song and you're rapping?
I'm sending him a song. I might be singing. I don't know.
All right, so I got two issues with this, nigga.
You've been expecting a verse?
You're about to experience a nigga moment.
Hey, you got one more time, nigga, to record a song. There's not an original intro song for this pod.
I've already done an intro song for the pod.
Nigga, what a song at? I ain't got it.
That's it. Hold up, man. I'm not your average cat. I slap box with lions ever since the 5th grade. Kick ball with tigers. And it's the 16-shot song.
You didn't tell me that. I just thought that was some fly shit you recorded. You didn't tell me that was a 16 Shots podcast song.
It literally says 16 shots. When the song comes on, it's that.
The folks is gonna be looking for this now.
I need you to send me the official file.
Hold up. Okay, I will.
He's doing it live during recording.
Yeah, this is.
You're talking about the song that's on the spinning coin shit?
Yes, man. It's
okay,
on
nigga. I need the actual file then, Young James Boogie Augusta.
I apologize, sir.
Okay, cool. I'll take
a magic file is coming your way.
I'll take the bass on my voice now.
I'll take the bass on
I'm
my
actually
voice.
talking with as we're talking, I'm speaking with Mo and Andrea Tyler, the Bad Boxer producer and actress, trying to get them to come back on the show. They're all four. They're actually in Houston. I didn't know they were in Houston, but they're in Houston, so that's what I'm doing.